You've heard of the strongest, but what about the shringer? Prepare yourself as you see me cook an amazing fucking game in 1 week. Make sure you like and subscribe.
So, of course, the first thing I had to do was go get a map. So I literally went to the toolbox, started typing like beep, 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 and I got the perfect map. Literally just typed in city map. I was like, perfect. Adjust some lighting, shit like that. And then I was wondering, who is going to be our first character? And then immediately I went live stream. Everybody's telling me Speed. And thinking, I was like, I've never watched a Speed video. So I had to go do some research. I was me. And then I came up with the first skill, which was the bark, no me. Now I had to go get the VFX for it. So I was like, how do I want to get this? I really want to get like a Bart comic book type because I feel like it'll give it that cool comedic like feature. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, when I get to I was scrolling, bro. I was scrolling forever for a Bart PNG. It's like I could not find it for some reason. I just kept getting JPEGs. And when you're doing fucking like beam textures and just particles and VFX in general, you gotta have a damn transparent. But I found the perfect one for me. And then once I got it, I started like playing around with the emitter, making it face the camera and shit like that. And then we got the desired effect that we so needed. Shockwave is from one of my old games, and I kind of had a voice thing in there, so I just recolored it. But now we have to worry about the next skill. Fireworks! Now, we know Speed is popular for blowing up fireworks, so I had to think, how the fuck am I going to script this? I was thinking to myself like, and then I came up with the idea. Previously, I was making a Demon Slayer game, and I remember Tengen, he's a person that had fireworks. So I already have fireworks VFX, so I was like, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna just make the fireworks explode in your face. So I had a nice skill framework already set up, so all I had to do was really just grab all the fireworks and put them in a for loop and then use a little test I wait and then literally just make them. And that's literally what I did. So I was like, okay, let me just make a hitbox for it. So I put the hitbox and I wanted to hit, so I put another for loop in the hitbox, which is kind of weird, but I put it in there and basically every time it hit, the animation will play and then the humanoid will take damage. And it actually came out working out pretty good. So here's the fireworks and I was like, yeah, that's a wrap for day one. So I actually took a nap and I was like, then I woke back up and I was like, my game needs a combat. So I was thinking, do I really want to go that Battlegrounds route and do that same front dash, side dash, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, because now, if y'all don't know a little bit of my experience, I have made and worked on a lot of dev teams, Rogue, Demon, and etc. And I know how to make any type of combat. So it's like, you know what? Let's switch it up a little. So I decided to go with a simple air combat and just using Raycast for my hitbot. I don't know why. I always like air combat because like GPO, you can say Grand Kaizen. Grand Kaizen still has an amazing air combat. And I'm trying to think, there's no other game, but I went that route. So took another nap. Then I realized it was day 3. So I woke up for day 3 and I was like, the game needs a little bit of stage destruction. So I started working on some stage destruction things. So really had to just redo some parts. Shout out to the Infinity Scripter. He actually taught me how to do this and like destroy parts then a certain thing. So really, after I did that and added stage destruction, it was fire. It took a lot of scripting though, and I was really losing my fucking mind. But I was like, then you already know. Short day, took a day nap. Then it was day 4. Now, I really spent this working on like Bezier curves, working with the soccer thing. And this actually, I don't have much experience with Bezier curves and Lerpin, but I have some experience. So I went to go grab one of the modules that I use for my Shuriken for my Naruto game. Don't mind that. But really, I just made the soccer thing. Was really fooling around with it, but I didn't care too much for it. The aim, I could not get the aim down I don't know, I just couldn't get it to have a precise aim. And I was trying so hard, but like the wait up time, I had to put cooldowns. I was like, fuck, man. But finally got the skill and I was like, man, it is what it is. So soccer skill isn't really bad. But really didn't want to make a whole nother skill. So I was like, you know what? I want to do these global cooldowns. So I started making some global cooldowns on the server for the skills. So, just making the cooldowns for all the skills and making sure they can be exploited and shit like that. And actually it ended up going pretty good. And I took my nap, which led to day 5. All right, so day 5, I really just did GUI work. Started making a whole bunch of GUIs. I was like, this game needs to get monetized. Like, I have to have a way to monetize the game. So I don't have video and shit of me doing this because that shit got deleted, but really just added the typical things like VIP, some game passes, Conqueror's Hockey. I have a whole video on how I made Conqueror's Hockey, but there's some Conqueror Hockey, Comway, some shit like that. Just some fun shit. We really said, Game Pass, Game Pass, get Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass, get Game Pass. After testing and making sure they all worked, I was like, it's fine. I'll improve the UI later. And I was like, time for another nap. So day 6 came around. I was like, I forgot this man needs some more. So after I scripted our awakening bar to fix my to link to my combat, I was like, hey, what's a good awakening bar for Speed? And everybody was telling me, go Messi, that's who he liked. So I went through Roblox, searched it up, added his clothes. I was like, oh, so this is what it's like. And then somebody told me Speed likes One Piece, so don't mind the hat. And then Started working around some cam work, working around some AMs. I was like, And people was like, he does the Sui thing. So I made him kind of do the Sui. Then my first voice actually got copyrighted, so I had to redo another one. And after reworking the camera animations, just playing with the effects, it was like, is this affected? Nah, let me see if it's clean. Then after I played it all together, I was like, oh, that's it. Then I wanted to go to like the particle effects that I wanted for the most. So I just grabbed one of my lightning things from a while back when I was working on my Tycoon. Just did some recoloring. Wanted to make it like kind of red and blue, like kind of like Deku Full Callan type, but not. And I still left like a smoky type aura on him, and it actually looks pretty clean. And then, I wish I would have had previous recordings Big Ben, but my live stream got deleted. TikTok was on BS, but bro, I was thinking like I need to incorporate Talking Ben some way. So I made him Stando Ben's talking stand. But that was actually pretty fire. And then I was like, all right, it's time to get into this awakening kit. So starting off with the kit, I already knew that I was going to do the Pikachu because originally I was supposed to do the Pikachu with the fireworks, but I fucked up and I was not going to go redo that. So with this new Pikachu, instead, I was going to have him summon the Pikachu. So I was like, script over me. So I actually went in the toolbox, found the Pikachu model, and I was like, what did Pikachu do? He do something. So my idea was like, I created a shockwave, and then the Pikachu's going to push you, then the lightning comes down. Bro, I still don't know why to this day I was losing my brain, I was ripping out my hair, everything. It just wouldn't script. I couldn't get the part to enable. And it's weird because I've enabled and omitted this part before and it just wouldn't do it. No matter how many times. I was freaking out, but I finally figured it out. And then here's how the skill looks. Actually pretty cool. And then I actually liked what I did with it. And then the second thing I did was Luffy's Gum Gum Bazooka. Now, I heard that speed lights One Piece. So I was like, okay, Gum Gum, but that was the easiest thing. I just did some mesh things, added an extra arm, twin, transparency, boom. That's really when it comes to shit, simple shit like that, I can do that. It's bitch. So I was boom, scripted that hitbox, made the cooldowns, and I was like, all right, let's give him a counter. The counter, oh my gosh, the counter is still not fixed to this day. It still creates lag and it just does it randomly. But I did the speed dance, the doom, whatever what do you call it, bro? He gets down, he drop it like it's hot. I did that dance, and I was like, we'll just leave it here. It'll just be a plain useless skill because the counter was just breaking my game entirely. But move on to day 7. The final day. Oh, I forgot. I gotta get my sleep. But no, move on to day 7, bro. I was like, all right, just because I was having issues, I want to incorporate the speed bend stand some way. So instead, the beatdown that he previously had. Oh, I didn't even tell you about the rebound, but no, I basically made it. So there's this animator named Sunny D. He's a open source person too. And our funny thing is, I actually already had a Gojo M made, and then Sunny made one. I was like, I'll just use this one, and then I redid it. Added my own twist, added some camera work, added some VFX, scripted it, and I was like, bam, had Big Ben come in on it, and it looks peak. Check it out here. And then after that, I was like, bro, oh my gosh, this shit is peak. And then day 7, the day was over. I was like, all right, I said I'm only going to do this for 7 days. I just did some bug testing. I added mobile. That didn't really take long. Mobile never takes long for me. It's not fully optimized. I mean, to this point now, it's very optimized. But when I was working on the game for a week, it wasn't. So I just gave mobile the basic fucking GUI buttons and some shit like that. But actually, it was pretty good. I did not do any advertisements. I didn't even promote it at all. And it got around let's say it got around 1,000 visits and some likes. The like ratio is 10-1. So it's pretty good. 10-1 to dislike ratio, which is always amazing. But now, I actually had a YouTuber play the game. He actually loved it, and the game's been growing and growing. I really appreciate it if y'all, check out the game. It means a lot to me. I might do a part 2 to show y'all all the improvements I made when I came back to the game, but it was a quick side project. My main game is like a Battlegrounds type RPG, Naruto base. It's pretty cool. I'm working on that one for 3 months, but if y'all want to check things out, join my Discord, link in the bio, and let me know if y'all like more videos like this. I will keep them up, and I still do devlogs, and I do Roblox tutorials too, teach people how to script, but my mouth is watery and I need something inside of it. No homo. But that's the end of this video, man. No, it's not. Go check and favorite and like my fucking game now. This ain't no fucking game with you, boy. This ain't no game with you, bitch made boy. Bitch made boy.